Man, I cannot believe that Dave Johnson kept refusing to move on from baby shows, playing baby toys, and listening to cringy music like nursery rhymes, and it makes me feel sick. And he goes to places like Sesame Place, Universal Studios, Disneyland, Legoland, and so on. I mean seriously, he's way too old to visit those places because it's for little kids. And I also cannot believe that the fact that he divorced his wife, Catherine. I mean seriously, she's right about Dave all along, because she is such a strict disciplined woman. And she is also like Olive from Mommy Dearest. Even if the show was already ended in July this year, I need to come up a plan to strip off Dave the childish dad once and for all. I have a great idea. Since Dave Johnson has been watching baby shows for 30 years of his life, I am gonna go to Channel 64, the most funniest TV channel in this land. Oh wait, I can't go like this, because they might think that I am a kid. I better change my clothes quickly. Much better. Now I look like a real gentleman. Now to put this into action. TV 64. Here I come. Here I am, TV 64.
And so, he hired some of his troublemaking friends, which are David Vens, Irish Andres, and so on. But the staff production is not shown to keep behind the scenes a secret.
Thank you three so much for my help. The special video show production is finished.
You're very welcome, and we hope this teaches Dave Johnson the childish man-child brat a big lesson not to mess us up, and especially you, you're our little hero.
I really hate Dave so much. He's way too old to be watching baby shows. He should definitely be watching generic content that is more appropriate for his age. And I agree with you.
Same here, and I don't care if you're too young for adult shows. And because you're way mature enough to handle adult themes, despite you're only 10.
Thank you. Guys, let's premiere our video in action. In 5 minutes.
Yay, hey, our plan is about to commence.
Come on kids, let's watch Lilo and Stitch Live Action on Disney+.
Woohoo, I can't wait to watch new Lilo and Stitch movie. This is my first time to watch such a lovely remake of one of my favorite Disney movies.
Me too, this is gonna be the best Disney remake movie I ever seen in my life.
Hold on just a minute, I got mail. Let me read it.
To Dave Johnson at metromail.net. You're invited to watch the video special short on Channel 64, or Laugh Out TV. At 6 p.m., which is going to be in a while.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. A special video show for me, on TV? Oh good. Hold on kids, let's watch this video on Channel 64 first, then we'll watch Lilo and Stitch later on.
Okay Dad, we'll wait.
It's okay, I am patient enough.
Dave Johnson, ilang beses kong sinabi sa'yo na ayaw kitang makita ng nanonood ng baby shows or palabas ng pambata. Ikaw ay 35 anyos, tumanda na ka, hindi ka bata. And how dare you criticize me for my mature behavior? Mine is better than yours, you fool. I hate your personality so much dahil hindi ito normal. And how dare you divorce your own wife, Catherine? Alam mo na ang diborsyo ay labag sa batas na maaari kang makulong habang buhay. At ang ibig mong sabihin ay 35 taong gulang ka na. The reason why many people hate you because you can't handle hate. Act like a 5-year-old, and worst of all, avoid criticisms from people who expected you to act your age and do grown-up stuff for your age. And even worse, marami kang sinuway na mga mature na tao sa buong mundo, lalo na sa Pilipinas. You're not in kindergarten any longer. You're a 35-year-old grown man who should be acting like a businessman, not a stay-at-home father who is childlike. It's a good thing that I learned a lot of mature stuff quickly, even if I am only 10 years old, and you can't outsmart me. Ha! You're nothing but a pest to me and my friends, and I am not done scolding you until you reject everything made for kids and hate on them forever, and set a right example for people your age. Huh! At dahil sa iyong attitude, you are grounded, 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 grounded for life. Ikaw ay grounded habang buhay. Balik na sa iyong bahay, uwi ka na, you big, childish, motorcar crybaby. At ipakinumpis ka lahat ng gamit mo, hanggang sa natapos ang puntong ikaw ay walang laman, kasama ang lahat ng iyong pera. Pagkatapos ay kukunin ko ang lahat ng iyong pera. Pagkatapos ay ipadala ang lahat kay Pastor Apollo Kibaloy.
Call me a baby, don't 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 Kaelrin, don't call me a baby. Please. I don't deserve this. Just because I love a lot of stuff that little kids do, doesn't mean I am a bit baby. Go away and mind your business. Also, I love watching preschool shows, especially Barney, because it helps me avoid being astray from happiness and mediation from too much adulting. Please, stay away from me, okay? And also, you're too young to do grown-up stuff, as I can see your mind inside. You're only 10, as I can assume your age. And it's true. You're just a normal kid.
Yes, you're a baby. Big baby, Dave. Now stay still until I give you fake tax papers. All the grown-up books, including real romantic storybooks. All the movies that only adults can watch, and everything that only adults can do, and look way for your age. That way, a lot of kids will hate you and cut ties with you, and be loved by many grown men. This is what you'll get for being a big baby.
Ha 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 ha. Dave Johnson freaking deserved it. He's such a bad man-child for loving baby shows, and messing up with me all because I love Filipino and Asian romantic content. And I hate him also for hating Mommy Dearest, my all-time favorite GMA TV show. He should stop watching baby shows and watch Mommy Dearest instead.
This is so funny. I love it how Dave Johnson cries like a motor car. I want to see him being forced to speak Filipino for life, because Filipino is much a mature language.
Good job, Kaelrin, for punishing Dave Johnson, that childish dad. He freaking deserved it for hating adult shows, and including Filipino dramas, including Mommy Dearest. He is mostly deserves to get embarrassed. Not to mention he is such a bad influence on Ronnie D, from a big teen preschool. I want to acquire him a Filipino citizen soon.
Oh
no, Daddy, what's wrong?
You're not going to believe this of what we watched on Channel 64. Kaelrin made a grounded video out of me and make me cry like a baby and forced me to strip my inner child. And forced me to do die-hard work that to the point that I might die from dangerous stunts. And he forced me to reject everything that little kids love to do. And he completely embarrassed me in front of a crowd of people. And he's a hypocrite, because Kaelrin is a kid himself. And he's 10 years old. and he's way too young to do adult stuff alone. He's the one who should act his age, not mine. Because I am trying my best to act good for the good.
Oh no, that new troublemaker in town. That boy ought to be ashamed of himself for what he did against you. You're not a man-child, you're just a childlike man young at heart.
You can still watch preschool content at any free time, mostly when you don't have work obligations. Kaelrin is going to be in so much trouble for his actions against you. And also, he's way too young to watch adult shows, because he's only 10, I am 11, and I still do kids stuff. He may be 1 year younger than me, but I act better. When will he ever learn that no one is too old for watching preschool children's content, including Barney the dinosaur? That's it. I am calling his parents, right now.
Kaelrin, that was the worst thing you ever done this day. How dare you embarrass Dave Johnson with your stupid video you played on Channel 64, or Laugh Out TV.
You should know that humiliating someone like that for their personal harmless interests is very wrong, and also, you snuck in their studios without permission. And the staff of RVSTL Radio Corporation didn't approve your video, and you bypassed all the necessary checks. That's illegal, and you have committed a crime and it's stealing. It's also trespassing, because you snuck into their property and used their service without permission. Why would you shame Dave Johnson like that on TV, huh?
It's because Dave Johnson has been watching too many baby shows 24/7, including the most overrated one, Barney the dinosaur, and he's a bad influence towards Dave. And his friend, Roddy Day, is also a bad influence to Dave, because he allows Dave to do whatever he wants to do, including doing baby stuff, listening to nursery rhymes, going to places that little kids love to do, including Disneyland and Sesame Place, having McDonald's Happy Meals, playing with toys, etc. I hate him so freaking much to be God, and refuses to watch adult shows like South Park, Beavis and Butthead, Wonder Chosen, and Filipino dramas like Mommy Dearest, Arabella, Cruz vs. Cruz, The Half Sisters, etc. He's such a man-child for avoiding all adult stuff, and I want him to act more grown up or even worse like a senior citizen. Period.
Little bro Kaelrin, that was the most craziest excuse of what you did to Dave. You do not ever shame people like that for their harmless interests, even if they're childlike. And also, you used Quiboloy's name in your video, because you wanted him to be out of jail? No. He cannot, because he is rightfully jailed for his crimes against humanity, including visa fraud and marriage fraud. I cannot believe that. That was the baddest thing you ever done to my friend, Dave. This is not okay.
And also, you hired some people who are not supposed to befriend you to do that nonsense? Huh? That's also quite another bad thing you did today.
How dare you do all those 3 things? First, you snuck into RVS Studios without permission, embarrassed Dave on Channel 64, and hiring bad people for you to do that. This proves that you are a big naughty daredevil who demands adult responsibilities by force, and trying to abandon the way you should be by your age. You're only 10 years old.
Just because Dave Johnson's 35, doesn't mean he should abandon everything for little kids. He can do them whatever he wants to do, and also, you're a kid yourself.
Oh my, poor Dave, he's my mentor, and you're hurting him. I almost got to the point that I will cry.
And you forgot to apologize to me, Riley, for forcing me to leave. I like being here in this house. That's quite another. Now you have to say sorry for me and Dave. And also, Barney isn't a bad influence to Dave. He's a good mentor, and he's a teacher to all kids, including me.
The reason why Dave Johnson loves Barney is because he wants to set a good and safe example to all kids, so they can grow beautifully, slowly but happily.
What are you trying to expect? Adults like behaviors from kids, and adults themselves doing stuff their age? Half right and wrong. Just because Dave Johnson is an adult, doesn't mean he should abandon his childlike self altogether. It's a balance for life.
Your siblings are right, and I don't know how much damage you caused to Dave. And look, we're gonna be on the news on TV for what you did, because it's a public misconduct.
That really is it, Kaelrin. You are grounded until summer 2026, no TV for 1 week, and no Filipino, Asian,
Indian stuff until you're ungrounded, and no adult content at all.
And most importantly, you are never ever allowed to watch Pastor Apollo Kiboloy's content anymore, even if you will be ungrounded later on, because we need you to fully understand that Pastor Apollo Kiboloy is a big pain to a lot of Filipinos and most young people in the whole world, and we will confiscate all of your Filipino, Asian and Indian content, and surrender all Kiboloy stuff to the police, and all the rest of your Asian stuff to charity.
And also, you will not be allowed to come with us to see Magellan 2025 movie when it comes out in theaters. And future Filipino movies as well, and you'll not come to us to any Asian trips of destinations, sporting events and so on, and you will be left with babysitters during our trips, and especially, you will have nothing to do, except for watching preschool and elementary school-aged kids not made in the Philippines and most Asian countries, doing chores, reading books, but not Asian or Filipino books, but books from America, Canada, Britain, Australia, Ukraine, and Malaysia, and made for kids of all ages, attending masses, and I mean Roman Catholic Church, and going to vacations not from the Philippines and other Asian countries, or not being based on those countries, and restaurants not from the Philippines like Wendy's, Chuck E. Cheese's, Peter Piper Pizza, Church's Chicken, KFC, Subway, Taco Bell, Dairy Queen, Arby's, etc.
None of those things will happen if you haven't been too toxic to people who love stuff made for preschoolers, including Dave, and I don't care if he's 35, and you being addicted to only our country, and Asia, and you're not allowed to watch strictly adult content, until you turn 18, now go upstairs to your room. We are so fed up.
And we will be ordering a lot of kids stuff from Amazon and eBay, including from the United States, and I don't care if you're not a preschooler anymore. Age is only a number. For the love of Jesus Christ, we want to raise you to be a better kid, and set a good example for the other kids in the world.
Man, when will he ever learn that being a real kid isn't bad, and it's okay for some older kids to try preschool stuff they never experienced as preschoolers themselves?
I couldn't agree with you more, Aditya.
LOL. I am feeling much better now. Watching the night sky really helps me forget about what happened to me by the troublemaking mature-looking boy. And I can hear my friends singing Barney's I Love You song from the horizon. Best night ever.